At the moment, living in the United States is a skill. Watch this.
Today is August 28th, 2025, and it is a day that will go down in infamy in the state of Missouri. It is the last day that companies and corporations will be required to give their employees earned sick time. We put it on the ballot last year. We wanted to make sure that working Missourians had access to earned sick time. The question on the ballot won by 58%. That means even Republicans voted to give workers in Missouri earned sick time. And within a few weeks, the Republican legislative supermajority signed away what we had done. Because it was a proposition not put into the Constitution, they were able to do away with it with a signature. And what I have behind me is an email that one of my followers sent me because companies and corporations are already letting their employees know you're not getting one more minute of earned sick time. In fact, retroactively, we're taking it back. And I'm going to read it to you. And I don't know who this company is, but I hope everyone puts them on blast. You shouldn't have to be forced by the state to give your employees earned sick time. This notice is to notify you that on July 10th, 2025, Governor Kehoe repealed the earned paid sick time provisions. As of August 29th, 2025, the Missouri paid sick time will no longer be available to co-works employees. Any accrued, unused sick time retroactive back to May 1st, 2025 will be removed. Because we're peasants, right? We're so lucky to have a job. Why would they give us benefits unless they're forced to do so? Not only are we dealing with Republicans who don't give a shit what their constituents voted for, we're dealing with greedy corporations who don't give a shit what their employees need. It's a class war, friends, and they're winning.
No paid sick leave. That means you'll have to work to death. You are sick. You decide to go home. You are on your own. The company doesn't give a damn. The company that you give your life, you give your time, you give your sweat, you give your blood, doesn't care for you when you are sick. And it's only for a short stint. Let's say you become sick for 1 week. Man, you got allowed to come.
$1.32 for one nectarine. $1.32 for one nectarine, y'all. I'd be better off walking over here and getting a goddamn lunch. But 97 friggin' cents. But wait, there's more. One apple is 1 cent, 8 a pound. But those are each. Look, lemons, 68 friggin' cents. They went up there twice as much as they were. Look, y'all, tomatoes, $1.97. $2 for a tomato. No salsa for you.
Dear MAGA, this is what you did by voting for Donald Trump. You brought the highest beef prices ever in this country, ever. You did this. Now there's security tags on beef in the grocery stores. You did that.
I'm surprised people are not talking about how expensive small essentials like this is. I have eczema, so I need this all the time. Look at this, $10.99 on sale. And then this one, right here, how much is this one? Oh, $15 for lotion. And then for deodorant, $8.49 for deodorant. Toothpaste, $12.50 for toothpaste. A box of trash bags, $18.99 for a box of trash bags. So I got some trash bags, some orange juice, 2 things of lotion, some toothpaste and deodorant. Nothing major. Let's see what the total is. It's probably gonna be over $50. $80. That's a bill. I don't care what nobody say.
Everything in the United States is expensive by design. The system aids the working class. The system is designed to favor the billionaires. That's why you can't afford anything. You can't afford, if you afford groceries and you afford a house and you afford paying your student loan, you can't afford to live a good life, having time to interact with your friends, living a social life generally. You can't. Everything is expensive by design.
60% of the American public is about to lose everything they have. People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and of course the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse. Tariffs on Chinese products at 145% are about to kick in, which means everything you buy from China on Amazon or elsewhere is about to go through the roof. Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course grocery prices continue to soar. People who've been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself. 60% of the American public.
I'm going to be honest with you and tell you that I'm having a hard time right now. Yeah. I'm having a hard time right now. I'm sitting back and I'm looking at all of the chaos that is happening, and it is tearing me apart. I'm going to keep it real solid, and it really bothers me even more that, you know, I work for an agency. Yes, it's a government agency, and people just sitting there acting like life goes on as usual. Well, for me, it ain't going on as usual. But then again, when I look at the majority of the people that's sitting up there looking like life is going on as usual, I guess for them it is. What I'm seeing right now is an abomination and an assault, directly and indirectly, on the black population. Yes, it's happening to other people, and I've spoken about that. Now I'm talking about ours. We are being reduced back down to second-class citizenship, to the point that they are even removing our power to vote. They are doing this by way of gerrymandering. And then I sit back, and my uneasiness and my uncomfortability and my frustration and, yes, my anger and my pistivity, yes, pistivity, is also coming in the fact that I'm seeing commercials of the NAACP asking me for my $19 a month. But yet and still, I don't see you getting out there doing nothing. And it's a direct attack and indirect attack on us. Right now, they are attacking folks that are in leadership positions, and that's why I tell people all the time, go and look at The Birth of a Nation, 1915, by D.W. Griffith. Many people want to reference The Handmaid's Tale. Now, that's fine, but we're going to have to go back a little bit further as far as this is concerned, this information is concerned. Go look at The Birth of a Nation. You'll understand why people are going to be demoted and or lose their jobs. Huh? Yeah, because they are in a decision-making position. We are being reduced right back to second-class citizenship. And I don't see the Urban League stepping up either. I don't see those Negroes doing jack. And don't tell me you don't have the money. Why you paying celebrities to go on the television and come ask us for our $19 a month? Let me say this. I was also the environmental justice for the NAACP for 3 years. And I'm going to tell you something. All the reports that I did, the people still don't have the information. It was just a look good thing. Evidently. So I'm seeing all of our history being torn down as if we didn't exist, as if it were not for us, there would be, hell, there wouldn't even be no White House. There would not even be a White House. Let alone a nation. Yeah. I'm pissed off. So, in my pistivity, in the highest of my pistivity, and though I am feeling like I'm stretched thin, and while I'm feeling like nobody cares, while I'm feeling all of these different emotions, because it's a whole array of emotions that I'm feeling, I got to remember that God is faithful. And when I'm in my distress, that's when I'm the strongest. That's when he takes over. That's when he brings me comfort. Right now, I got tears in my eyes because I'm thinking of him. And sometimes this world gets hard, baby. And it's going to get harder. But the deal is, we're going to have to understand where our true strength comes from, because now is the time. It's always been the time. But it's even more the time right now. So when you feel your weakest, when you feel like you are at your wit's end, when you feel like you just have nothing left to give, I need for you to change your whole mindset and focus your mind and your heart, your spirit and your soul on God. That one, so right there, that's where you go. That's where you go. Because the enemy is busy, and he's sitting in that White House right now. Okay? God said he will then send us a comforter. He said the battle is not ours, it is his. He also said vengeance is his. He's going to take care of it. But we also have to be strong. I'm not hungry. You know, I got a roof over my head, right? I got a job, right? Which takes care of my basic necessities. Huh? Yeah. So I can't relish in the distress. I have to look forward. I have to look forward and tell myself and tell you, God got this. And he loves us. He loves us. He loves us. He loves us. I know he loved me, baby. I know he loves me. He tells me so. You know? So my only job is to trust him. So I'm going to trust him. Okay? Just for today, baby. Just for today. Yeah. Sometimes you may have to go hour by hour. You might have to go minute by minute. But know that greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You got this. You got this, honey. Yes, you do. And I got it. Okay? So do some things to replenish yourself. The world is going to keep taking from you. So if you have any parks near you or whatever, just go to the park. And I'm sorry, sometimes you just know when people don't live where you live, but you see them coming through. I had to stop for a minute. But anyway, you guys understand where I'm coming from, right? Cry out to him in your distress. Cry out to him in your distress. Cry out to him in your distress. He's going to answer you. He's going to answer you. He's going to comfort you. And he's going to bring you some peace. Now, he tells you that over there in Nehemiah. Okay? Chapter 8. I believe it's verse 9 and 10. I don't know, but you're going to have to look for it for yourself. But I know I read it, okay? Oh, I'm back. Did you see how quick that happens? You see how quick that happens? Okay. All right. God bless you. God bless you. Bye, y'all.
Everything is about to get more expensive in just 10 days. Let's talk about it. President Trump signed an executive order back in July that essentially said by August 29th, the de minimis rule is going to be exempted. You've probably never heard of this rule, the de minimis rule, but it essentially allows folks to be able to import goods and items into the United States under $800. So for example, your orders from Temu, from Shein, the reason why they are not subject to those high costs is because of this de minimis rule. This means that goods coming in and out of the country that are under $800 will now be subjected to tariff taxes, which will essentially make the cost of those goods go through the roof. A pair of $30 slippers from China, now $45. And it's not just the prices, you'll also see longer wait times and fewer online options that are willing to ship to the United States, with the de minimis rule being completely exempted and nullified. Oh, and returns? Say that you don't like the product that you buy, or it's not the right size and need to send it back. Those costs are also going to go once again through the roof. So yeah, that Shein haul, the Temu haul, or perhaps the skincare that you love to purchase from overseas is now going to be a bit more expensive, and not just marginally, significantly so. Now, that's all I have for you guys today, but feel free to follow me here on Politics with NJ to discuss more topics as this situation materializes, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Why has the cost of living doubled over the past 15 years? Why? Why has the cost of living doubled over the past 15 years? The population has not doubled. The demand has not doubled. Our dollar has not doubled in value. Just the cost of living, right? And guess who is getting poorer? Who? Not who. Who is getting poorer? You. Because this government is not designed to work for us. Maybe we should abolish the government and start afresh, and everyone gets outside of US, and then we start entering afresh, because we have to go back and look, where did we go wrong? It's only a solution. But now, man, me and you, we go suffer.
Next time you're starving, remember, Republicans think hunger builds character. So Trump and the Republican Congress, they slashed SNAP benefits. That's food assistance. That's the difference between a full fridge and an empty refrigerator for millions of Americans. And Trump's excuse? Well, he says it doesn't matter because prices are dropping immensely. Immensely, he says. Like he's narrating a clearance sale at Walmart. Here's the thing, prices aren't plummeting, and you know that. You go to the grocery store weekly. Eggs cost more than your gas tank. Chicken's still looking like it needs to come with a financing plan. Yet somehow the message from Trump is, oh, it's fine. He says you don't need food stamps anymore. Just trust him. The prices are going to go down. If prices are going down, why are you still standing in the grocery store in an aisle going eeny, meeny, miny, mo, trying to figure out if you're going to pay rent or buy bread? Why are so many Americans juggling if they want hot water or hot meals? And the irony of it all? The same people who told you to pull yourself up by your bootstraps have cut your laces. And keep in mind, they're not even American bootstraps because over half of the stuff sold in Walmart is made in China anyway. So the next time you're sitting there eating ramen for the third day in a row, don't forget to thank a Republican. Don't forget to thank Donald Trump for you starving the good old American way, independently, with pride, and without bothering the system. Ain't capitalism grand?
I'm an American. I live in the United States, which is supposed to be the greatest country on earth. I live in the back half of a garage. It's $1,600 a month and only 200 square feet. That's more than half my income. I'm an American. The United States has the world's largest economy. That being said, it still has thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of its citizens living on the streets, hungry and poor and without medical care. The last time I went to the emergency room, it cost me $12,000. I'm an American. A college education isn't free here, and mine cost $120,000. It took me 10 years to pay that off. I'm an American. You're not going to get a good paying career anymore. A college education no longer amounts for anything. You're going to get a minimum wage job to start off, no matter what degree you have, and you're going to be paying off your interest and your loans for the rest of your life. Our corporate CEOs are millionaires and billionaires, and yet they refuse to pay their employees a livable wage because they know we'll work it anyway. I'm an American. Despite being the land of opportunities, we're the #1 country for mass shootings. I'm an American. I couldn't afford a child, and who would want to have one here anyway? School shootings happen all the time, and nobody seems to care. I will never be able to afford my own house. I'm an American. I've never been out of this country. I've never been on vacation. Our tax dollars secretly fund wars that we don't agree to. If you leave this country, you still have to pay taxes to the USA. I'm an American, and I fear I'm just the average American.
And they start saying, you are lazy. You are not working hard. Man, I'm working 2 jobs. Yeah, you're not working hard. That's what they say. You're not working hard. You are lazy. You are complaining. You are a Karen. You are privileged. Who is privileged? What we want, let these Congress members start earning the salaries we earn and see if they can survive with it. Yes, let them start paying, earning what we earn, and we become on the same level and see how they survive. Because you're earning $175,000 a year. You can't feel the pinch of the economy. You are far away. So that's why they are reluctant on setting laws that will help us. Minimum wage, right? Billionaires paying their fair share, which currently no one gives a damn because the orange tangerine at the White House doesn't care, right? So the system is designed against us. I don't know what we shall do.